Minnesota Vikings have a handful of injuries, but overall, it's extremely positive news, especially of what could have been extremely serious situations. Number one is cornerback rookie second-round pick Andrew Booth Jr., who went down against the Niners in the first half with a very scary-looking non-contact injury. Now, it turned out to be the ankle, and we got an update on Monday. O'Connell said that cornerback Andrew Booth Jr., it's from Kevin Seifert, who is not Carl Gershman, ankle is going to be a little bit more than day-to-day, but he said he is pretty sure Booth will be ready for week one against the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, which will be good. Even though the Vikings are solid on the outside, starting Patrick Peterson and Cameron Dantzler, I do think that Andrew Booth Jr. Is going to have a role to play in the Vikings secondary this season. And yeah, when that play happened, we were just like, not so much. But then O'Connell informed the public and the media after the game that it had been something that he had been dealing with throughout the week. So, yeah, of course, there are no official injury reports during preseason, but it is good to know that it isn't a new injury. Hopefully, it's something minor, just a rolled ankle, etc. Speaking of ankles, nose tackle Harrison Phillips, Horrible Harry, he popped up on the injury notifications. Chris Thomas and Pioneer Press go. Kevin O'Connell said Harrison Phillips has a minor ankle injury and is day-to-day. Now, Phillips played in the first preseason game against the Raiders. He practiced last week in joint practices against the Niners. He didn't play in the preseason game along with 26 other veterans. So Harrison Phillips, I don't think it's that big of a deal. He's not going to play in the final preseason game as it is. Rest up, be ready for the Packers week one. Then you got safety, a rookie Lewis Cine, first-round pick. O'Connell said that rookie safety Lewis Cine, who had ice on his knee, just had a little contusion. I don't worry one bit about Lewis. So that's a relief. That's a little bit of relief. So where you see your first-round pick, anything with a knee, no bueno, but hopefully that's going to be minor. And I wouldn't mind seeing Lewis Cine a little bit more in the final preseason game against the Broncos. And then, of course, Irv Smith Jr. Coming back from that thumb injury and thumb surgery. He is on track. Well, Ragged, Sports Illustrated, go. Vikings just wrapped up a padless practice. This is on Monday. Irv Smith Jr. is back as a limited participant, still with a wrap on his thumb. So he's out of his hard cast. He still has a wrap. That's perfectly fine. It's good to see him back on the practice field doing individual work, and maybe he can progress. Hell, maybe he even play in the final preseason games against the Broncos. Probably not, but you never know at this stage. Actually, no, screw it. No more practice. We talk about practice. No more blah, blah, blah. Just have him do conditioning. Have him be ready week one for the Packers. Yeah, that's it. And no preseason games. Screwed. Then wrapping up with a couple other ones. So Chris Reed, who has elbow injury, has a sleeve on that right elbow. Didn't play in the first two preseason games. I think his chances of overtaking Garrett Bradbury to start at center to begin the season, probably taking a back seat. I think that he still obviously will make the team as a swing interior backup. But I do think that Austin Schlottman, the Dutch pronunciation, has played well enough to supplant Chris Reed as the backup center, potentially the guy to replace Garrett Bradbury if they decide to pull the hook on number 56. Chris Boyd played in the first preseason game, didn't play against the Niners. He missed a couple days at the beginning of training camp with an unknown injury. Same thing, he's working off to the side with the trainers currently. And then also you got Diamond Danjasena, who's been up on blocks for the last couple days of practices, didn't play against the Niners. I do think that Chisena could be a candidate for either waived with the injury designation or once 53-man rosters are set, being placed on injured reserve with possibly having a designation to return during the season if it is a rather serious injury. Would like to have Dan Jacena back on the field. Then veteran cornerback Perry Nickerson has been out last couple days and last preseason game with an unknown injury. But again, knocking on all the wood, it's a long list, but it's relatively minor stuff. Ish happens in a football season, even in preseason and training camp. But again, knocking on all the wood. Everyone stay healthy. These final practices, Kevin O'Connell did say that Thursday is going to have a scrimmage type feel, the last practice before the Vikings' final preseason game Saturday against the Broncos. But everyone stay healthy. Get to the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers week one, smack that all on the floor, and then have good puck luck when it comes to injuries during the season, because that is always a major indicator of how your season is going to go. Like, do the football gods look down upon you? It's like, it's going to be like Madden. We're going to turn injuries off this year. I'd love to see it, man. But that's it. Update on the Vikings injury situation. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.